completely me and the table. Low board. When I'm in the zone that I'm in right now, it's so hard to beat me, and I'm absolutely just ready to take it down.
The guy gets up at 11 a.m. now to focus on poker because of us. Perhaps our proudest accomplishment.
Maya Geller's proudest accomplishment has to be her daughter Mila, born last year.
All in.
Right now, Mila's mom has moved all in.
And no matter what happens here, she has outlasted her fiancé, the hunk himself, Patrick Antonius.
Maya going up against Alan Carter. Carter trying to knock off Maya. The river card is no help, and she is gone from the main event.
You don't want to go home. You don't want to go home. Patrick's not even there, Maya. I saw him at the Voodoo Lounge.
Maya is gone, but there are still 11 women left in the main event.
Now we have two beautiful women at the table, boys.
Evelyn Ng has joined Tracy Wynn beside Phil Hellmuth here at this featured table.
It might not be so easy to beat these two.
I'm sure you'll try.
We have to try, Evelyn. Come on.
I'm sure you'll love it, too.
Evelyn is a Las Vegas pro. Tracy Wynn is the girlfriend of pro John Turner, a.k.a. Pearl Jammer. Tracy looks down at Queen 10, offsuit. She'll fold. I guess she heard Phil yelling about Queen 10 earlier. Alan Kennedy and those signature Phil Hellmuth glasses. He's got Ace King offsuit.
If I'd known I could have gotten a pair of those glasses, I would have attended Camp Hellmuth.
Kennedy, the student, bets $20,000 to the teacher, Phil Hellmuth. One king with pocket kings.
By the way, and I'm not making this up, if you join the Phil Hellmuth fan club, you can buy Phil Hellmuth clothing at a discounted rate.
A discounted rate. Hellmuth just calls with those kings.
By the way, if I were Alan Kennedy, I would not want to beat Phil in this pot. He's still in a mood.
Flop now is Trey 7-5. That misses both. Phil's kings still lead. Kennedy first to act. Bets out for $25,000.
I'm all in.
And Phil pushes all in.
Well, Phil with the right read here, and he hates pushing all his chips in, but he does.
A raise to $103,000. Kennedy needs 78 more to call.
Kennedy's ace-king missed the flop, but he has not folded yet.
I'll go.
Kennedy will call with a chance to knock off Phil Hellmuth.
Well, that would have been a pretty easy fold for Kennedy, unless you're just dying to knock out Hellmuth.
And that happens to Phil a lot.
Phil now at risk, and he's not going to be happy if he gets knocked out this way.
On the prowl to talk to his family.
Oh, boy. I have a bad feeling. I hope we can get by this.
Alan Kennedy trying to topple the poker king.
Tell me no ace, please, girls. Ace, 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 ace.
Let's see the turn card.
All right, now the turn card. It's a 5. Phil's still good.
Kennedy needs an ace to knock out Hellmuth.
It's not coming, no ace.
Let's see the river card.
River card. Phil is right. And Phil doubles up.
Phil's back in business, still below chip average, but he's got 263,000 of them.
Kennedy took his shot at Hellmuth.
Whew.
But Phil was able to dodge the outs, and Hellmuth doubles up.
I don't know how I would have handled it. It just really didn't seem just if an ace would have come.
It's your world, Phil, but sometimes it's unjust.
So one past main event champ doubles up. The other former world champion still alive in the tournament, Johnny Chan, is also all in, but he's trailing. Chan with ace-7. He's hooked up once again with Damian Carrere. Carrere leads with pocket eights.
Chan at the main event, first in 1987, first in 88, second in 89, and seventh in 92.
The flop is bad for Chan. Carrere still ahead.
Chan most likely still going to need an ace.
Turn card now is a king. Chan down to his last shot.
Chan needs an ace on the river, and he doesn't like his chances. He's packing up.
And now the river card is a 4, and Johnny Chan has been knocked out of this main event.
A quiet exit for a great champ.
So Johnny Chan is out. He's glad to have ended his main event drought, but disappointed that his stay could not have been longer here in 2008. Back inside the Rio, we've had 140 eliminations already today. At the outer table, one of the chip leaders has a chance to get even bigger. Jeremiah Smith called the all-in of Nick Ramponi. Smith leads with pocket jacks. Ramponi, king, queen of hearts. And he's at risk. And the flop Entree 8-jack, all hearts. Ramponi with a flush. Smith, though, collected a 3rd jack.
Ramponi, a 21-year-old student at Linfield College in Oregon. Not out of the woods yet. Nobody's ever out of the woods against Smith.
7 of clubs on the turn, no help to Smith.
Smith can still send Ramponi home if the board pairs.
A river card now. And it does pair. A full house for Jeremiah Smith. Knocks off Nick Ramponi.
Smith still running hot. Stay out of Jeremy Joseph's way. Stay out of Smith's way.
Drama. Always the drama.
Jeremiah Smith gets a little healthier at the outer tables. All right, we check around the field, and we find Victor Ramden is on the move. Seems he's been assigned a new table, and he is hustling to get back into play. And he's going to join the table of Michael Carroll, who it seems, as usual, is holding court.
Now I've been wearing my Kobe Bryant.
Chatting up all his table mates.
Who's going to double me up?
Who's going to double you up?
I got 500,000 chips.
What you got, 160? I'll take that. You can double me up.
Hey, Victor, you almost lost these chips. I have to fight
The old bring the rest of the chips late so they don't think you're so strong trick.
Against the other 2 floor mates. You don't want to work for these stuff?
Oh, maybe the sight of all of Victor's chips is something that can finally silence Michael Carroll.
All right, back to the featured table where Phil Hellmuth seems to have quieted down for now, but even volcanoes bubble and boil just below the surface. Action on Evelyn Ng. Evelyn has had some success on the WPT, not as much at the World Series. Ace Queen of Hearts.
She is teenage chums with Daniel Negreanu. She does have 7 World Series cashes.
Born in Toronto. Raises to 21,000. Phil Hellmuth has King Jack offsuit.
He's my guy, but he can't keep calling others idiots. It's wrong.
Phil in the big blind makes the call. So Hellmuth and Evelyn Ng will go heads up to the flop. Flop is Jack 6-10. Hellmuth with a pair of jacks. Ng with a royal flush draw.
You know I never fold any straight flush draw, Lon. It's not in my DNA.
Phil checks. He's got the best hand right now with the jacks, but Evelyn, the favorite to win the hand, will bet 36,000.
She bets 2/3 the size of the pot.
Phil with the jacks does not hesitate to call.
My God.
Turn card now. 3 of diamonds. No help to Ng. Phil checks again. How fun would it be to see a second royal flush at this main event?
Against Phil? We could charge admission.
Ng bets 55,000 again on the come.
Evelyn's going to semi-bluff it again, and Phil's going to check call again. How can't I love this guy?
River card now. A 4 of diamonds misses Evelyn. Hellmuth with 2 jacks earns the check mark, and he checks a 3rd time.
As you mentioned, Evelyn missed everything, so it's either wave the white flag or fire a 3rd bullet.
Here comes the bullet. 80,000.
Well, this time she bets just 1/3 of the pot. It's a bluff disguised as a value bet.
Phil with top pair. Makes the call. Evelyn shows her hand. Phil's is a lot better.
Another solid read by the poker brat / poker king.
A coy play there by Hellmuth. Check, 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 and take 200,000 off Evelyn Ng.
Been here lots of times, Mal.
Speech. Speech.
Many times came back and had all the chips. More than anybody in history.
Bracelets, money, and modesty. Phil Hellmuth is the total package. As for the remaining players, the field gets thinner with almost every hand. But several big names and big mouths are still in the hunt.
I need a doctor.
And there are some new faces making noise.
We're going to take this whole table to the final table.
Yet the most familiar face of all may just be getting started. Who will have the last laugh? For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran. See you next time from the main event of the World Series of Poker.